happy hour over at North Mountain Brewery.
Oh,
that was my dinner.
Nice. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So New York. The next book that we're publishing, the author is out of New York.
Wow.
And so we're going to go out there for an event.
Wow.
And
this summer?
Yeah, it'll be May at some point, probably towards the end of May. Possibly, I might see about pushing it back towards the beginning of June if possible, because we're a little. I hate to release that late into the summer, but we're just a little backed up right now.
What's the title of the book?
It's called Desert Fox to the Sea or something like that. Yeah. I should probably know the title of it. I've been working on copy edits and with, the author and getting it all ready to go for, about a year now. So
yeah.
I should. Desert Fox by the Sea is the title. It's a mixed genre. It's some fiction and some poetry, and it's all women going through different. It's not all traumatic experiences, but a lot of it's dealing with trauma.
Okay. Who's the author?
Her name is Christine Sloan Stoddard.
Okay.
She's also a visual artist. She works both in like sculpture and like mixed media kind of stuff. So,
how did you discover this writer?
She submitted her manuscript.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's all a person has to do.
Pretty much. Yeah. That and have it be a good manuscript.
Yeah. So you must read so many.
Yeah. One, we're getting backed up right now. I have to go through and actually, submit us for internship programs. So that was something that came out of AWP. Was a couple of different.
There's programs that find you an intern.
Yeah, well, there was I forget which MFA program they were from. I want to say they were from Missouri, but they were actually like, do you need people to do stuff because
we have a bunch of people
who want internships?
Whoa.
Yeah, just to get the experience. So, I have to actually go ahead and make some of those contacts and get that done.
Impressive.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to catch up on over the summer.
Like an intern to follow me around and do all the things I don't want to do.
It's not even that I don't want to do it. I feel guilty not reading every manuscript myself, but we are getting enough of them right now that it's not possible. We have we have stated that we have a 6-month turnaround, and right now we're backed up to the point where we're probably at around 8 to 9 months.
Whoa. Yeah, you need more readers.
It's just, yeah.
Wow.
And, yep. Apparently I'm going to have to leave that space open for Susu to go through all the time. She likes a shortcut. Yeah, apparently.
The new bookshelf has an open
shortcut
shelf.
for Susu.
Yep.
You don't maintain that kind of girth and go around everything.
Not at that size. Mama just makes her own path.
Oh. She's not, she's just not super active. She's not a jumpy cat.
Yeah,
she doesn't, doesn't get up. She likes being on the ground, and she doesn't even eat that much. So I think it's just that she's not super active.
My little cat has a lump, and I have to take her for surgery because it might be kitty cat breast cancer.
That would be terrible.
It would be, and expensive, but the unconditional love thing. If I have to max out that MasterCard, I guess I have to do it. Got to do what I got to do. She's my companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Susu's pretty much all I got right now. But
that is the way it happens sometimes.
It is. It's fine. I'm actually again, everybody who's been in here so far, which is really just you and Jason. Janelle was in here briefly, but has commented on how small it is. But
it's kind of small, dude.
It's small.
But you also have a lot of stuff. So
I have a ton of stuff.
A little cluttery with your collection.
There were some things about it. Like it has some really nice. The shower is really nice. The whole the bathroom is actually really cool. There's tile and wood everywhere. There's no carpet. I have my own washer dryer.
Carpet.
You know,
yeah,
all
you
that
have
kind
everything
of thing.
you need.
So I do. I just need more shelves so I can actually get things out of boxes, because definitely the boxes are making things cramped. And then, but I was, you know, as I've kind of gotten like to drive around the area, I'm walking distance from the Rebel Lounge. There's this just up on 16th Street, like almost, I guess, across from where the new Target is and everything. There's this little pub called the Casual Pint. That's the floor of whatever.
You're describing my complex, basically. I live right across the street. Yeah.
Is that?
And that place isn't that great.
No,
it's okay.
Not.
It's adequate. Like this chair, much like this chair.
The thing is, adequate and within walking distance, I'll take. You know,
I live across the street from there and escape for 2 more months.
Okay.
And then I'm going to escape and go to Flagstaff.
But yeah, I mean, this is 17th and Indian School. Rebel Lounge is just at 24th Street and Indian School. There's, I haven't been to the Rhythm Room for a long time because I just haven't had a show that I wanted to go to, but that's relatively walking distance. There's just like...
This is a good area. In fact, after Flagstaff, I'll probably find another place right around here.
I like the fact that there's this gate around the perimeter too. That's kind of nice. You know, I don't know. I like...
Except for the bees. You are very comfortable here.
Yeah.
In your small space.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I mean, honestly, you know, I have a fair amount of things, but I don't need that much space. It's just me and the cat.
Yeah.
So
I know that feeling.
I mean, then the whole reason I put that bookcase there was kind of like I was liking the idea of having it be like making it a little bit of like a mini office area. There's kind of a barrier there, and then once I get the boxes,
like an office back here or a studio.
Yeah, so once I get the boxes and I'm gonna actually end up putting that cat tree in the bedroom, but it's gonna be like bedroom / living room because it's got the space where I can put the TV that I'll get and all that kind of thing. And
since you mentioned Rebel Lounge, I was thinking of lounges. Did you hear about the Rogue closing down?
No, I didn't know that was closing.
I just saw that, unless it was a prank on social media, but I'm pretty sure it's real. Yeah.
What did the Rogue used to be?
It's always just been a gritty kind of punk rock bar. There was
it the Mason Jar before that?
No.
What was... Because
that was Rebel Lounge.
That was Rebel Lounge.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say.
The Rogue was always the Rogue as long as I've been around, but 20 years ago, they had a lot of good bands that were coming through, which is kind of weird because it's small. Mm-hmm. Not 20 years ago, like 15, 16, whatever. And then... all these other venues popped up, especially around downtown Phoenix. I mean,
once Valley Bar went in,
Charlie's Crescent and Valley Bar, and now the Van Buren. So I think it was sort of like, well, now touring bands have a lot of options,
right? So. And in a very small perimeter kind of thing. So yep.
I think that probably had something to do with it, but. Yeah, I haven't been there in a really long time. I kind of forgot about the place.
Yeah.
Parking was always a nightmare. They just had this one little lot out front. And it's, I don't know.
I don't journey.
I don't tend to journey to Scottsdale or Tempe if I don't have to.
Right. Yeah. That's not, so what did the Cajun House turn into?
Did it turn into anything?
It turned into something for a while, wasn't it?
I do not know.
It became something else for a while. And wasn't there...
Minder Binders was a place that was relevant for a while, and now there's a new establishment on the lot where it used to be.
I'm trying to think. What was the venue that was also downtown, not far from the stadium? I think it was near Alice Cooperstown, which is also gone now, right?
Yeah.
The Brick something...
Brick House?
Was it the Brick House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long.
I saw Rilo Kiley there.
Did you?
Yeah. That was pretty shortly after they were touring More Adventurous still, which is a great album. And that was a show that I saw on a that was during I want to say, I don't think we had officially broken up yet. I think that was the separation period of my marriage.
Oh.
So I think that during that period I saw Wilco, Paul Westerberg, and or I look highly.
Well, you have a good memory and also an interesting way of cataloging your memories. They're invariably based around shows. So and breakups.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. A lot of, I remember that Wilco show in particular being particularly cathartic because that was right. It was at a venue that I hate and always talk shit about.
Marquee.
Thank you. Yeah, is that the Marquee?
That's all you had to say.
Yeah, the one I talk shit about.
I'm like, oh, what could be a bad one? Oh,
yeah. And
sometimes
it was
you just have to go to the Marquee.
Well, it's possibly the best show that I've seen there.
Really?
Yeah, and it could have had something to do with how drunk I got that night, but yeah, it was it was one of those things where when they started playing Misunderstood, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is me right now at this time. And that was actually the first time I saw Calexico because Calexico opened for them.
Oh, cool.
And that was like the last time that Wilco toured that you could be at a venue at a show where you could stand like right up by the stage.
Oh.
They were I think that was just after the Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. So it was like right after they started getting more attention for having been dropped by Warner's and then picked up again by a Warner subsidiary, right. And the whole documentary that came out about them at the time. And yeah, so.
Yeah.
Paul Westerberg was fun though. I told you about that show?
Maybe.
So Paul Westerberg was touring after having not toured for a really long time. Like he'd gotten off the road, he had gotten sober, he had a kid.
You did tell me.
All that kind of thing. And then this show, he fell off the wagon. He was drinking straight from the whiskey bottle at the show, and he was handing out cigarettes to the crowd.
That's funny.
He was handing out Marlboro Reds, and so this was just after the smoking ban. And I was like, you know what? Paul Westerberg just handed me a cigarette. I was actually smoking at the time. I think I was probably smoking. I might have been smoking Camels. Might have been smoking American Spirits. I'm
going to do it.
I lit up. Yeah. And then security was like, you got to put that out. And I'm like, Paul Westerberg just handed me a cigarette. So I just put it out in my palm.
Oh, that's so punk rock.
I was like, yeah.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I don't know. This was a rambly kind of show.
That's okay.
All right. What do you? Is there anything you want to plug? Anything that you're up to?
No, I'm just really going to be doing my own thing this summer.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a good reading in a while. I haven't gone to any poetry events for a while.
Well,
I was hoping to do that panel at the Fan Fest, but then that kid never got back to me. So.
Oh, okay.
Not Fan Fest. I'm not allowed to. Oh, Fan Fest. Yeah, it's not Comic-Con.
Yeah,
Fan Fest.
No, it's no. My plans to be there for anything fell through, and then I've got. By the time this goes up, I don't. There's a good reading that Shantae is reading this Friday.
Oh, cool.
But that will be this past Friday when the show goes up.
April 26th.
Yeah, so he's going to be there at Fillmore Coffee with Chris Kokonos, who's really good. And then I've got that independent bookstore thing this Saturday, so that will also pass. Then I'm doing I forget what day it is now. I should probably have an idea. I'm behind on the newsletter this week too. I have to send that out today.
Tisk tisk.
I know. But I'm also like, you know what? I just moved. It was a rough move. I'm giving myself a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
so
life happens.
There's an event going on at the Heard Museum coming up. I want to say first week of May.
Oh, really?
It's called Books, Bites, and something. I should probably know what that is.
Color Riot up right now, which is a really interesting show full of different weavings. And we went to a talk on Albers in Mexico. And that's interesting. Bauhaus, actually Steve Weiss. You know Steve Weiss. He screens films around town. He's doing a Bauhaus movie I just saw that on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
But I know I'm going to be